All right, so welcome back, and this is question 603, and it is named consecutive available seats. So for this question, we're given a table called cinema, and we just have an arbitrary primary key column called seat ID and just auto increments for each row. So it goes 1, 2 to etc. to 5. And then we have the free column, which just indicates whether this particular seat for seat ID 1 is available or not. So if it's 1, that means that that particular seat is available. And if it's 0, that means the seat isn't available. So all that we want to output is the list of consecutive seats in a row that are available. So you can see here, although 1's available, the seat next to it isn't. And so because there's no kind of neighboring seat around it that's available, and it's not kind of in this consecutive list of available seats, we won't include it. Same thing with 2, it's not available, we won't include it. But because these ones have at least 2 consecutive seats in a row, then we'll include it in our list. Okay, so let's go ahead and implement that. I'll show you 2 different ways. One using kind of an inner join with itself, just 2 different temporary tables. And then the second solution will be using a Windows function. Okay, so let's go ahead with the first one. So we're going to select the seat ID as our answer, and this is coming from the cinema table. And like I said, we're just going to be joining it with the same table, and we'll just call this A and B. And so we're going to join on where the seat ID for A has a difference of 1. But we're actually going to take the absolute of this difference so that we can consider both cases where we're looking at both the seat prior to it. Say if we're looking at seat 3, we'll look at both seat 2 and seat 4. And so that'll allow us so that we can kind of look at 3 and say, okay, both of these aren't free, but these 2 are free. And it also helps handle cases like this one at the very end, where although the seat after 5 isn't available naturally because there's only 5 seats, the seat before it or prior to it is available. Okay, so let's go ahead and check that. So what we want to do is add a where clause where a.free is equal to true and b.free is true, or 1 in this case. Okay, and the only other little caveat that we have to take care of is we have to ensure that this is distinct. And so that'll handle cases like where 4, it would return 2 rows here because, well, it's the seat after it is free and it's free here, and then also it's free here and here. So that's the issue with being able to look at both sections or both cases. We also have to add that distinct there. So let's go ahead and run that. I think this looks okay. Oh, there's an error. Seat ID. We just need to specify where it's coming from. Let's try that again. Oh, and so now the only other thing, and it'll actually give us a bit of a performance enhancement, I would assume, is by ordering by the seat ID as well. And so that allows us so that we can output it as they want it. They do specify that they want it in order. And yeah, so that should be it now. Accepted and submit. Success. So now we're going to take a peek at the other way of doing it with using the Windows function. So once again, we'll select from the cinema table. But what we're actually going to do is, I'll just do it in here. We're going to have a subquery where we'll grab those Windows functions. So we'll just be selecting the seat ID. And we'll need to name this temporary table as, let's just call it temp. And so now we'll select the seat ID so that I can get for the outer query here. And then we'll also select the leg and the lead of free. And we'll also grab free as well, actually. And so we'll just name this free previous and free next. Okay, and then we're going to do this over and order by the seed ID. And so I'll just kind of explain what this is doing in a second once I type this out. Okay, so the lag in the leading function is just so that we can look at, for lag, it iterates through it and we calculate, you know, the seat prior to it. So this will return, for the case of 3, it'll return 0 and it'll return 1. For free.next will be 1. Free.previous will be 0. And then naturally for 3, it's free, so that'll be 1 here. And the seed ID is 3. Okay, so that allows us to have, you know, all the details we need to say, okay, is this consecutive or not in our outer query? So now we just need to add a where clause and say where the seed ID, or where it's free and the previous is free, or it's free and the next one's free. Great, so let's go ahead and try running that. Oh, let's just... so we need to add a from clause here to actually specify that this is coming from our cinema table. Oh. Let's try that again. What am I doing wrong here? Let's just, I'll just take a peek at my previous submission just for the sake of time. That's that one. Here we go. Awesome, let's just take a peek. So free and free next. I think, so that's the issue, is we need to put these in quotes for MySQL. Sometimes I get the syntax mixed up because I also give different solutions for this. So let's go ahead and try running that. And I think this goes without it. Awesome. Awesome, success. So sorry about that little mix up. It was just the quotes here were reversed. So guess that's the issue with doing a live demo, but I hope that helped and helped clarify things. I think it's useful to look at both solutions for this. So yeah, good luck with the rest of your algorithms. Thanks.